Reasonable adjustments are the changes we can implement at work to remove barriers for people with disability, illness or injury so they can succeed within their role. Often a person with disability is as competent and capable of doing a job as anyone else, but they may need things altered so they can complete tasks efficiently and effectively. There are many things we can do to help people with disability secure the tools and support they need to thrive in their role. A reasonable adjustment could be a change to a work process, procedure or the environment.
I lost sight about 7 years ago. Wondered how I'd go coming back to work, how it would affect my work.
I have an ongoing pain syndrome. It's called complex regional pain syndrome. And my hand's in pain constantly.
So I have cerebral palsy to begin with. I did then suffer a spinal injury, but making sure that I don't have to sit down all the time is the big thing because that affects my spine, and making sure that I don't have to move around too much.
I think it is very challenging for a lot of people to be able to admit to needing that support, particularly people with a mental illness. It's very difficult for them to be able to disclose the issues they have.
The ergonomic mouse is a great addition to my desktop. It's left-handed, which means that my right hand gets to rest a little bit now.
I had to be fitted for a standing desk, which I now have. It goes up and down, so I can choose to sit if I want to, but largely the standing means that I'm not straining that part of my spine.
I use a part screen magnifier. The keyboard is lovely coloured yellow, makes it a lot easier to see the keys and the numbers. It's also larger than your normal keyboard.
The ergonomic wrist support is designed to literally carry my right hand, so the rest of the muscles in my arm are not actually lifting it. I can sit on top of it, float across the keyboard, and it's simple for typing.
With a normal font size, I can't see what's written in a document at all. That software was also purchased by them, which means that I'm able to read what I'm typing and what I have typed. So
the smartphone that Council purchased for me and the app that Council's helped develop means that I can do my job left-handed. So it's as simple as pushing a few buttons with my thumb, my right hand gets to rest and mitigates pain. Fantastic.
To start working from home and that sort of thing, and just generally reducing the amount of work that I did. As long as you communicate, I think that's the biggest part. As long as everybody talks to everybody else, they're really amenable to you doing what works for you.
The disability officer advised me about this grant. Have somebody come in, assess you to see what your abilities are and what your needs will be.
We had a group come in and they went through my work practices and then they made a few recommendations.
It all started with my initial team. They were like, right, these are the ways that we want you to be able to keep working. These are our suggestions to be able to get you to do that.
It's just getting to know someone really and getting to make sure that we get the best from each other.
To have this equipment has allowed me to continue to work.
I genuinely enjoy working here because it is a really supportive workplace.
It's actually super simple to find the little bits that add up to a big improvement, and we've got all of these technologies and tools available for us. We should be using them, and if it can improve anybody's productivity, not just a person with a disability, it's good for your business, it's good for your organisation.
You might assume that based on the way that they've presented themselves to you that they're limited in a certain way, and that might not be the case. They might be perfectly capable of doing the job that they've come in there and applied for, and you don't know because you haven't had a proper conversation with them.
Just being a little bit tuned in to what their needs might be. It's just a little adjustment that you have to make.